Good evening, friends. Good evening, friends. I thought I'd do a very short video this evening. It's the winter solstice, Olbanartan, and I remember this beautiful meditation, The Challenge of the Green Night, written by Kathleen Matthews. So I thought I would read it for you so that you can listen to it when you feel moved to do so. So first of all, there's a formal opening and closing of the temple. In the east we name and proclaim the hallow of the sword. Let it become for us that which guards and protects us, so long as we use it rightly. In the south we name and proclaim the hallow of the wand. Let it become for us that which pierces the darkness and brings light to us all. In the west we name and proclaim the hallow of the cup. Let it become a grail to us all, that we may drink from it only truth. In the west we name and proclaim the hallow. In the north we name and proclaim the hallow of the stone. Let it be the foundation upon which we stand. The circle is complete. All are seated at the round table in the hall of Arthur the Blessed. We declare the court of the mysteries active in this realm of Middle Earth. The challenge of the Green Night. Make yourselves comfortable and ready for meditation. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let them out slowly in order to relax. Before you, upon a wall of clean and polished white stone, hangs a tapestry. The thread is polished and shining. The tapestry is simple, a wooden door with an ornate handle of gold. The tapestry seems alive with music and magic, and you reach towards it, focusing on the golden latch. You are not surprised to feel the cool touch of the precious metal. You turn the knob slowly to the right and hear a satisfying click as the door begins to open. You venture out from your safe and warm abode into the chilled and frosty outdoors. It is twilight, And to the west, the winter sun settles beneath the horizon, amidst a tapestry of fiery red, orange, and white wispy clouds. To the east, you can see the distant lights twinkling as the darkness of night approaches. Silvery starlight dances in the sky as a crisp wind brings the faint sound of plucked strings and raised voices from the north. You turn and begin to walk towards the music as the aroma of roasting meats and the sound of hearty laughter join the revelry. A path upon the frozen earth beneath your feet becomes clear after your first few steps. Within seconds, it seems a walled city as magnificent and brilliant as the night sky itself unfolds on a hill before you. As you step forward once more, you feel a slight shift in the earth beneath you, and behold, you stand at the magnificent gates of Arthur's winter court at Camelot. The strings of the harp are sweet and sharp, and the aromas of the night's feast are tantalizing. You raise your arm to knock upon the doors, when silently they begin to swing open, revealing a miraculous scene before you. In the center of the massive room sits the wondrous round table. Greenery of pine, holly, and mistletoe adorns the hall in the form of wreaths and decoration. At their seats at the magnificent round table, drinking and feasting in delight, are Arthur's knights. Allow your eyes to survey the knights. Sir Percival, young and fair to look upon, Sir Bors, strong and worthy of the quest, Sir Bedivere, loyal and sworn to the king, Sir Lancelot, devoted and driven, Sir Galahad, knight of the siege perilous, virtue and purity are his. Sir Gawain, nephew to Arthur, a fiery red-haired impetuous youth who hungers for the quest. And Arthur himself, regal and strong, his grey eyes come to rest upon yours for what is only a brief moment, but you sense an acknowledgement deep within. Elsewhere in the room are tables with other festival merrymakers, guests of Arthur and his court. The tables are piled high with roasted meats, fruits, nuts, and warm sweetbreads. On the west and east walls of the room, massive winter fireplaces have hot fires burning, the wood crackling and singing its own winter song. Though you see no servants, it seems that the food and drink never diminish from the tables or plates. This is a place of plenty and a haven from the winter cold. You find your way to an empty seat near one of the fireplaces. The aromas, warmth, and drink soon have you intoxicated with the holiday cheer. Dancers and acrobats emerge from a door nearby, and with much leaping and laughter they begin to rumble and dance as the guests and even you clap and cheer them on. And then, with a startling silence, all movement and sound ceases within the hall. You ground yourself as a dazzling anticipation settles upon the room. The anticipation manifests into a hum as all eyes turn to the doors of the great hall. You breathe slowly in and out, noticing a new smell of earth, leaf, and moss. The hum becomes an inhalation of expectancy and surprise. With the solid clip clop of hoof upon stone, a massive figure clad completely in intense green, shining and bold, enters the hall upon an equally green war horse. The entrance of the bold figure is overlaid with the sound of twinkling bells, and you notice that the war horse is adorned more for celebration than for battle, its bridle glistening with the gold and silver of Yuletide bells. The figure upon the horse's back is smiling impishly, and his eyes twinkle with what seems to be merriment. And yet the room remains silent, with no one, not even Arthur, offering the stranger greeting or good cheer. Let us take a closer look at the green figure. The knight was thus gladly dressed in green, his hair falling around his shoulders. On his breast hung a beard, as thick and great as a bush, and the beard and the hair of his head were clipped all round above his eyebrows. The lower parts of his sleeves were fastened with clasps in the same wise as a king's mantle. He bore no helm nor hauberk, neither gorget nor breastplate, neither shaft nor buckler to smite nor to shield. But in one hand he had a holly bough, that is greener when the groves are bare, and in his other an axe, huge and uncomely, a cruel weapon in fashion, if one would picture it. The head of an ell-yard long, the metal, all of green steel and gold, the blade burnished bright with a broad edge, as well shapen to shear as a sharp razor. The steel was set into a strong staff, all bound round with iron, even to the end, and engraved with green in cunning work. A lace was twined about it, that looped at the head, and all down the handle it was clasped with tassels on buttons of bright green, richly broidered. As the silence of Arthur, his knights, and guests becomes more and more tangible, the Green Knight finally speaks. Where is the ruler of this folk? I would gladly look upon that hearer and have speech with him. Arthur and his knights still do not reply. You keep reminding yourself to breathe slowly in and out. And your heartbeat is smooth and strong within your breast. You feel strong and ready to answer the Green Knight with your own voice, but another voice precedes yours. Although I am the weakest, least gallant, and unworthy of such a quest, I will speak with you. What is it you ask, Sir Knight? It is Gawain, Arthur's nephew, and he is standing before the Green Knight, looking bold. Axe and holly still in hand, the Green Knight dismounts from his horse and stands face to face with Gawain. The Green Knight speaks. I ask in this court but a Christmas jest, for that is Yuletide and New Year, and there are here many fain for sport. If anyone in this hall holds himself so hardy as to dare strike me one stroke for another, I will give him as a gift this axe, and I will abide the first blow, unarmed as I sit. Then shalt thou give me the right to deal him another, the respite of a year and a day shall he have. Then, as if in the slow motion of a long-rehearsed dance, the Green Knight hands Gawain the axe and kneels. Gawain, with deliberate steps and determined hands, steels himself to deliver what must surely be a fatal blow to the kneeling figure in green. You are disbelieving that the gaiety of the feast has been transformed into a duel of strength and wit, that at once seems like a game and yet carries with it the taste and smell of danger. Gawain's stroke is swift and sure. The head of the Green Knight falls to the stone floor and comes to rest near Gawain's feet. Before anyone can move or speak, the Green Knight's body stands again, retrieves its own head, and then mounts his dancing steed with grace and ease. To the amazement of all, the head speaks. Seek me at the Green Chapel, where the return blow must be given and received, for the cycle to be complete. You know well the way, and guides await you along the path. Seek the Green Chapel to finish the game. With sparks flying from his burnished hooves, the green war horse, bells ringing, departs the great hall in haste, the Green Knight with him, head still in hand. With a gesture of his hands, Arthur encourages everyone to return to the feasting. Make merry and enjoy the feast that the gods have sent to us this night. With a hearty laugh, the king clasps Gawain within a warm embrace. The game is yours if you so wish to take it. Will you seek the Green Chapel? And as he asks the question, Arthur's eyes once again seek and meet with your own. His gaze is friendly and yet piercing, and you almost think that the question he asks is more for you than Gawain. Before you can answer, the lights within the hall begin to dim. The fires within the great fireplaces diminish to glowing coals, and the guests begin to fade from the room. You find yourself at the doors once again, this time facing the world outside. You silently thank the lordly ones and the folk of the lake for this vision. At the edge of the courtyard, you see a path, the same path cut into the hard, cold earth that led you to the feast. With a step, you are once again upon it and walking towards your own safe haven. With a few more deep breaths and strong beats of your heart, you are safely within your own world and in your own time. We have borne witness to the mysteries of the court of Arthur and have stood in the presence of the Hallows. Let us now honour them as we close this convening of the mysteries. Let the Grail be borne hence, remembering that it remains operative in the temple not made by human hands. Let the wand be borne hence, remembering that it remains operative in the temple not made by human hands. Let the sword be borne hence, remembering that it remains operative in the temple not made by human hands. Let the stone be borne hence, remembering that it remains operative in the temple not made by human hands. We give thanks to all those who have been with us spiritually in this time of meditation, and those whom we have held in our hearts. Blessed be, so mote it be. This is the first of many, I hope, of these meditations, so I hope you've enjoyed it. You may want to do a little research on Sir Gawain. The book I read is, of course, Korean Magic by John and Kathleen Matthews and Virginia Chandler. Wonderful book, full of stuff, really full of stuff. And it's well worth buying. So I will be doing more meditations from this book, and I hope you'll enjoy them. Bye for now.